What is going on, guys, and welcome to another video. Today we're here with another Shazoo social race, just like last week. This time we're doing it in classic cars though. So yeah, it's a little bit different to what most of you viewers were used to. You're used to the 2020 cars or 2019 or whatever the current car is in the game. But this is a classic car race and I thought, why not upload it? The pace wasn't great. I didn't really practice for it like others did, and it was just about to have some fun and see how the classic cars are to drive, if you can battle in them, etc. And yeah, make sure you do subscribe. This is my qualifying lap. It was a short qualifying for this F2004 race, with the 50% race at Bahrain Short. And then there is a second race which we will get onto later, but yeah, I wasn't really feeling too great in the car compared to others when we're comparing the lap times. I just wasn't quite dialed in, and looking back at it now, it's a little bit of a few things I could have done on driving, but I think the setup needed a bit of work because I just took the TT setup and went with it. It was very oversteery, let's just put it like that, and I like a stable rear end, so that didn't really work too well. But not to drag that on, we're going for another lap here at the end of the session. I wanted to go for 2 back-to-back, but I completely messed the timings up, so I could only go for 1 final lap. And as you can see, we're a tiny bit up on our time. Cars in front of us hook it up quite nicely. There's a car kind of in the way, but we are a 10th up on our time, and so far it's looking quite good. We're losing a little bit in the straight line, but I think the pole time was like a 59.9 at this stage, something like that. I think it was done by Leopard or Ron Ha. Those two really were quite quick around here, and we weren't. But going into this corner, we go very deep, and
I've just choked that so bad.
we lose all our time. So this lap is now in the bin basically, and if we can gain any time in the last corner, we may go up a position or two. But we don't do that very well either. We gain maybe 200ths.
Oh my.
Not even that, because we lose time on the straight. We improved by 7 thousandths in the end. So yeah, not a great qualifying session. We're starting P12.
I can see like.
And that is probably quite an accurate representation on pace. I wasn't that much quicker, to be honest.
There we go.
But yeah, all we need to focus now on is the start. Forget qualifying. Get a good start and things can happen.
Oh, come on.
So now just waiting for everyone to ready up. Nice Xbox loading times, of course, and it does take quite a while on Xbox, as
Oh come on.
fellow Xbox drivers will know. But now the 5 lights are on, and it's lights out, a quick 5 lights, and away we go. We get not a great start to begin with, but then the second phase is actually decent, so we hold position quite nicely. We go to the inside a little bit, keep it in the middle of the road, and we get...
Oh my! I've been T-boned. I'm last. Oh! Have I got damage? Have I not got damage? Oh
I'm 80.
my!
Pete Adams almost blew me up.
Someone has absolutely killed me.
So yeah, we about a good start. We were down to P19, and no fault of our own. Well, kind of luckily for the video's sake.
Lazy winner. I reckon it was him who took me out.
Where is he?
But yeah, it's not great
He's got no problem, I don't think.
losing 6 or 7
Oh
positions
my god.
on lap 1 as we get past Lazy Winner.
I've got damage. I've got damage. Why have I got
But
damage?
somehow we didn't actually have front wing damage, which I'm not really sure how we didn't get, because we did get hit into another car.
Straight into the car in front of me.
Someone's crashed.
But yeah, we're still in it, which is good.
Oh, it's
And as we're going for a little move here, we're going 3 wide. We were hoping we didn't make contact there. We're making a few positions up again. We're now back into P13, but we're going to have to defend into turn 1 as we're going nearly 4 wide, but we easily get the position now. And we got Langman and Chili in front of us. Langman is the one in the party you can hear if you don't know, as that's VRT Lily, who's up our inside, but we do just about hold the position.
I'm going to use Lee in every track from zone.
Yeah.
And we are back up into P13 from P12.
It's not bad.
And from basically being last at one point.
It's alright.
So now what we've got to do is just try and stick with the people in front, because there is a bit of a gap. starting to form
Down to
between
killing me through it.
about P10 and P9. So
To be fair,
that's not
it's
going to be
probably
great
not
for
bad
our
for
race
a
if
damage
a gap like that is created.
Could have been worse.
So yeah, we just got to try and stick with these guys, maybe get past them, and just do
Oh my
consistent
god.
laps.
Nah.
Has he
As
just hit you? Oh my god.
Chili there does exactly the opposite of what I was just saying. He just takes himself out on the second lap. So now moving on to lap 3, we are behind Langman, who is stuck behind Danny, who as the last race,
First section's fine.
last video even,
Try and let
we
me
were
get-
stuck behind him for quite a bit.
I'm sliding a lot.
So he always seems to be with us on the racetrack, which is interesting. But as you can see, we're very close behind the Langman, a pad player. So an OG of F1 games.
27. I think it might be a 2-stop, you know.
I'm on 18. What have you done?
I don't know.
But now, on lap 4, going for the move into turn 1, he goes a bit deep, so we get the inside line,
Oh,
and
there
that
you go, there you go.
should be the position,
Well, I
but
guess
his
it's
nice
like-
pad traction, he gets
Traction.
alongside us again. But into this corner, turn 3 I believe it is,
You just oversteer.
Oh, I'm
we
back
get the
then.
position.
Come on,
But it's definitely not done here, because he is going to have a little look at us into turn 5 I believe it is. I completely lost all the corner names on this short track, and the numbers. But yeah, anyway, moving on to lap 5.
Well, I'm all over him.
We're going for a move
So
on Danny
aggressive.
F31, who we seem to always be behind. Going to the outside for this corner. Can we go around the outside? Yes, we try and do it. Right around the outside.
Rival champagne pace.
And the position is made. So we're now into P10. We're in
Oh my God, yeah,
for a
yeah.
point. Which is not bad considering we were last on lap 1.
Definitely getting there.
But now there's about a
Oh,
3
penalty.
to 4
How?
second gap.
Bushy
the people in
Hansen,
front.
like, in front of us.
And with our pace, it's not going to be easy to catch, if catchable at all.
You've got a penalty. What?
No, what I did was, I ran out wide on that corner,
Did you get a straight
the
penalty?
deep right-hander, and no...
Oh my god, he's
if
so
he's-
quick in a straight line.
if
As
he's
you can
down
hear
right,
there,
it's too-
my
it's too warning.
shock almost
okay.
of how quick Danny was in the straight line.
I might as well get him.
He goes for us. He goes for a move on us on lap 6 up the inside, but
Oh
we
my
do
God.
hold it around the outside. We do keep the position, and this is going to be a bit of a theme of this race as
the
we
slide.
have a bit of a slide there, which is not
There you
great.
go, I'm gonna switch back.
We're not going
Wonder
to
if I'll
be fighting at the front, but we are going to be having a lot of battles.
You may
But now on lap 16, skipping forward, we are in the lead, and we just stayed out as long as we could. And we're finally pitting for our one and only pit stop.
I was very quick going into it.
Onto the same compound of tyres, because that's what they used back in the day. Just one set of tyres, was one compound of tyres. And yeah, it's a bit weird because I wanted to pit a few laps earlier, but as we do a really
1.8,
quick pit
go
stop,
on.
1.8, that's the world record. Sorry, Red Bull. I wanted to pit a lap earlier, but I didn't know who I shared a pit box with, or if I did at all. So I just didn't risk it. I stayed out much longer than everyone else, so I wouldn't get held at all or anything like that. And we are in P9 now, so we've made up a position, and there's again about a 4-second gap to the cars in front when we exit the pits.
Oh yeah, here we go.
But that did extend, mainly because I made a few mistakes and I waited up for Langman behind it so we could have a bit of a battle. Because why not? It's a social race, you want to have fun. As he goes for a move on us in this first sector. He's
Oh,
still
I
on our
mean,
inside
switch
as
between
we go for the switchback,
the
but it doesn't
track.
really work too well. And he is going to keep the position. This is going to be a bit of a theme towards the end of this race now. It's going to be us two jockeying for a position. The final 2 points paying positions, because the people in front of us are just way too far in front and the people behind us are even further behind. So yeah, as Leopard there does a 1 minute 0.6 and we've done a 1 minute 1.4, I think that just shows the lack of pace we really had. A bit of driving, a bit of setup, a bit of lack of practice, a bit of everything really. So no excuses really for that, but again, it's not a league race, it's a social race.
Everyone else
It's
has only
about
got
fun. You don't want to
stable
be
cars.
practicing, sweating your balls off for just something to have fun in. So that was really my thinking behind it. As we go for a little look to the inside on Langman, we switch to the outside, try and brake
So
late,
Oh no.
but he brakes even later than us, so we try and get the switch back on him. Round the outside of turn 2, and we are going to get the position, are we? Get the inside for turn 3.
Oh, the switchback.
But he does switch back us, so now we're side by side going towards turn 5, 6.
What's that straight line to do?
God, I don't know. As we had a little look to the outside, but we had to brake so we didn't go into the back of him. Cannot afford to get damage here.
think I might be on one.
because that will be a killer of the race, and I want to have some fun towards the end of this. As you can see, the fastest laps are still coming through, as they're definitely not coming through for us. We're just losing time by battling, but we're still side by side. A bit fake, this I think you could say, a bit plastered together, because we did wait up a little bit for him. The gap was about a second or so. We put it in lean for a straight so we could catch up. But now we are going back on the inside into turn 1, and as the title of this video probably should say, are classic cars fun? I think the answer so far is yes.
He's nowhere near us though.
Because as you can see here, the battling we're having is very nice. I think Tiro Luminous did in front of us have an incident, so we are going to gain another position. So we should be P8 or P9, I believe.
Oh, I've gone wide.
As we're going on to lap 27 now.
No, that was
I think we're going to stay on to the end as Langman goes very wide, and that's a free position for us. As there's now a 12-second gap in front and a 16-second gap behind, so it's just between us two. He has got penalties, but as you'll see later on the video especially, no spoilers.
I don't know if I want to start in front, like finish.
Penalties don't really matter in a social race really, because you just want to win on track, if that makes any sense. You want to always just have one over against your rival on the track. You don't want to just win by a penalty. That's just not really the way to do it. As we're on the penultimate lap now, we are defending from Langman, but we're not really doing that very well at all. That corner was genuinely awful in this car, and as you can see there, it was awful then.
I'm going for it.
But as you can see, Langman has a little look to the inside. We don't turn in on him because we're not dirty. But this is going to be a last lap shootout, so we're just preparing, as I didn't want to spin that inside curb, because that's one thing that happens a lot. As he does dive down the inside into the penultimate corner, but we do get the switch back, of course. And now we're going to be side by side into the final corner, starting the final lap of the race. So,
they definitely haven't noticed.
who do you think is going to win? I would say put your predictions down below, but I don't think that's really worth doing. So, watching on board now, Langman gets a much better exit than us on the pad, shall I add. And we are side by side into turn 1, and we go for the little dummy, but we're not quite committed enough, and we have bottled it really. And now Langman has a bit of a gap, so we really need to close in on him, and we have just locked up, so that's in the mud. So we have completely choked that. So we are going to finish P9 unless we can pull any heroics in these final few corners. Langman goes a bit wide, so we're potentially in striking range here. We could potentially have a look at it as there's a little bit of a moment. We go to the inside, dive down the inside, and we do just about get the position. We go very deep. Langman gets the switch back again on us, and he does get the position, but we're going to have the slipstream into the final corner. Can we get the move done? We have a little look to the inside. He covers the inside, round the outside. We're going to go round the outside. We can't do it, but we're going to get the switch back, and a beautiful switchback manoeuvre, and we are going to take the position off Langman, and we get P8. So I think that's not bad considering we're last at one point. And it was good fun. Now, moving on to Brazil, we are in the Red Bull RB10.
MJ guy again.
Is it RB10 or the 2010 one?
Here we go.
And we've got 5 lights now, 5 lights on.
18 pounds.
And it's lights out and away we go. We have an awful start to begin with, but then the second stage of the start again was really good, and we go to the outside now. And we're going around the outside of a few cars, quite a few cars, around 4 or 5 cars. We go from about P10 to P6 straight away, and this race was a reverse grid of
the outside line worked beautifully.
The last race, so that's why we started around P10. But one thing to note straight away is I haven't put enough fuel in the car. You need a lot of fuel in this Red Bull, and I've underfueled it. So so that's going to be an issue towards the end of the race. But we really need to try and make up a few positions, because I believe Mulder is at the front of this queue, and he is rapid in these cars, to put it lightly. I felt more comfortable in these cars compared to the 2004 Ferrari, which is good because we didn't feel very comfortable in that at all. So yeah, now we need to get the move on Ian Boy, who is in the McLaren, and looking back at it now, I probably should have gone in the McLaren, because I went in the Red Bull because it's the quicker car. But as you'll see later on in this video, there's a problem with
He's
it,
in the McLaren.
and you'll see it right here. In fact, the
McLaren's
straight line
wrapping up
speed
the
of the Red Bull was
Oh no.
tragic,
Yeah, you're done, mate. You have to get
and as you can see, Ian Boy in the McLaren, he just flies right alongside us and past, and we're just hitting the rev limiter almost.
Oh,
We do dive it back up the inside, we do try and keep the position, but he's still there on our
Oh,
inside.
but it did say next.
And now he's on the outside. Now Langman's
just
having a
don't-
little look
please don't
in the
crash
for a
me.
fight, and we do keep the position. But once again, the McLaren straight line speed with the
We've
F
got
duct
Ron
they
Hardcore
got this
as well.
year,
God.
he gets alongside into turn 5,
Please, Ian
and we
Boy.
do keep the
Let me
position.
go.
That might be turn 4 actually. I'm
Please
not
don't
too
go for
sure.
it again, Ian Boy, please. I beg. No.
But once again, as you can hear, I'm begging he doesn't do it, but Ian Boy has a little look in towards the double right-hander. But we do keep the position, and now we're right behind Danny F31 again.
Space.
It's a recurring thing this week, always seem to be behind him.
Who's in the lead?
Round the outside. Oh, what a move.
But yeah, this is where the Red Bull really
Probably
will
will, yeah.
stand out. We've got the middle sector on lock really. It's really
Make
good
a
in this middle
ground
sector.
there.
The downforce levels are
Yeah, really
good
supreme
ground.
compared to the other cars, which is why it's the fastest. And you can just see it at the corner at apex speed.
I think it's
we just
now.
got so much more
Oh,
than
the
Danny, but
mercy of Ron Hart.
Yeah,
once
good
again, the
defense.
straight line speed, it isn't great. We are barely gaining, and we're gaining a little bit, but now
I've-
we've hit the
I've
rev
maxed out,
limiter.
I've maxed out.
And as you can hear, I've said I'm maxed out, and he's actually pulling away slightly. As we have a look to the outside, we break a lot later than him with the extra downforce. We go right round the outside of him, through the centre S's, and we do keep the position. I don't think he's going to be close enough for moving us. So now we've got Lily and
Oh,
Mulder in
Mulder's
front of us. I
leading
do believe
forward.
Lily drops out of the race. And now onto penultimate lap.
Back off, like, 2 seconds
Not really
now.
much happened. We were
That was fine.
sweating the living out of it. And we
Yeah.
finally caught Mulder. He is a penalty,
Maybe.
but I don't really care about that. I want to win on
Close, I
track.
think.
That's all that matters. Penalties are pretty much irrelevant in this.
Okay,
As
I
we
should
get our
have
second
maybe I
warning.
should risk this.
As I said, I shouldn't risk it, but
Indeed,
I just took that out the window. As Mulder is right there. This is the closest I've been the whole race, and I thought I have to go for it now. I have to try something. I want to win on track. I don't care if I win by a technicality. I just want it on track. Now, you see the field, we're in the red of the field. We don't care, we're going for it. We're in rich, we're in the slipstream, but we're just not quite gaining enough. We're gaining a little bit. We've hit the rev limiter. He is also in the Red Bull. We're 2 tenths behind him. With a little look to the inside, nothing more than a look. But now he's defending. If we get a good run here, we could have it. We have a bit of oversteer, and
Oh, that's fun.
we lose
Have you?
the rear
Yep,
end.
I bottled it.
And
Oh,
luckily, I kept it in a sort of
joking,
straight line.
lads.
But
I should've
that's
just
the win
backed
gone,
off.
because we're not going to get more
Oh,
penalties. But as I've said, it's not really
joking.
relevant. You just want to win on track. So we had to go for it really if we wanted to win on track, and it didn't pay off.
There we go.
Because it's really hard to overtake in these things. But I think, yeah, 2 bottles in 2 races, but I think P2 is still quite good. As I said again, we could have got P1, but not on the road. But yeah, it's just irrelevant. It's just a social race. It doesn't really matter. You just want to win on the road, as I'll just keep repeating. And yeah, we just pushed that too much hard, because
Yeah, I thought.
for 18 laps prior, or 17 laps prior, it was just impossible to overtake. And for about 14 of those laps, I was right behind him, just couldn't get close.
I thought I could.
So that was
get
the
him
closest
some
I
good
was.
traction, for example.
And just went for it and just got it wrong. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy this video. I will have another social race out soon, but it will be in the F1 2020 cars again, so you might prefer that more, a bit more normal style video. And I have another video out, a PSGL race I did on PC. It wasn't a great result, but I thought I might as well just upload it anyway. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.